my traumatized babies and mentally ill Barbies. Welcome to the inaugural mukbang and manifestation chit chat. What I have today is Hungryroot, 5-spice tofu and veggie fried rice. I have had my first delivery from Hungryroot this week, and so far I am absolutely loving everything that they have delivered for me. They say on their little packet that the meals come with 2 servings. So far I have gotten 3 to 4 servings out of the meals. This is absolutely not sponsored, so I can give a completely honest review. Our topic for today's mukbang is, do your thoughts become things? Let's take our first bite. Y'all, this is really delicious. Within manifestation, do your thoughts become things? There is some truth to that. Typically, our consistent thoughts become behaviors. When we are thinking and acting in certain ways chronically, we tend to create specific results within materiality. However, when you hear thoughts become things, anything that rhymes like that, when it sounds catchy, when it sticks in your mind, something goes on within our little neural network that tells us, well, it sounds really good, so it's probably true. It rhymes, therefore it's a thing. Thoughts becoming things, it just sounds catchy, but it is not one-to-one. Let's take an example. How many of you over the course of your life have visualized and thought about becoming a pop star? Now, how many of you are pop stars right now? How many of you ever went on an audition? How many of you ever really tried to see what it takes in reality to become a pop star? A small percentage of you did. What percentage of those people actually became pop stars? What percentage of those people became successful pop stars? Just thinking something does not mean that it's going to happen. One-to-one, your thoughts do not become things. Though it is true, the more you think about something, the more energy you put on something, the more likely it is that you are going to take action on that thing eventually. And the more you consistently take action on it, the more likely you are to see some sort of manifestation within materiality. I am not someone who likes to say your thoughts become things. Instead of thinking about your thoughts becoming things, shift that to our dreams become beings. What I mean by that is how you think about yourself or how you want to be. Your dreams must become embedded in your energy before you start to see them manifest. Your dreams become your state of being. When I'm eating, this is delicious, but I feel like if I start in order to really sell it for you, I feel like I have to be like making the noise, and I'm just like, no, it's gotta be behind a paywall, right? I'm not gonna sit here and do the groaning delicious noises, but I feel like that's the thing that really will convey to you how tasty this really is. Oh my God, let's try it. So good. That is the tastiest vegetarian dish that I have ever had. And that's not a lie, but seriously, come on, who really eats like that? But it's true. I'm not gonna lie to you. This is awesome, and I'm hoping all the recipes are this good. Most of the time, you're not going to just think something and it's going to appear. Sometimes, yes, it absolutely does happen. I've experienced it multiple times. So, do thoughts become things? I don't know. How many people have had the thought that they want to marry Henry Cavill? How many people are currently married to Henry Cavill? One-to-one, your thoughts don't become things. However, the thoughts that you tend to engage with the most tend to inspire behaviors that you tend to engage with chronically. And through those 2 things, you tend to see a particular result in materiality. That is the truth behind your thoughts becoming things. It might take some time, it might be challenging, but you can change. You can manifest. You will likely see your dreams realized on some level of the spectrum. Because all of those of us who maybe wanted to be pop stars, maybe we never get to be pop stars. Maybe you get to be TikTok famous. Maybe you get to be some kind of influencer. Maybe you end up being a motivational speaker or a pastor. Maybe you end up speaking to an audience in some sort of way, but it's not necessarily that way. What that dream is actually communicating is you saying to yourself, I am worth love, I am worth validation, I am worth respect. What I say has value, what I do has value and impact. And that you can most definitely see that thought become a thing.
It worked out better than I ever imagined. Payment, everything, easy peasy.
This video has a ton of views, likes, and comments. It's super popular for a reason. The reason being is that this person is suggesting that all there is to manifestation is having the supreme belief that you are going to get what you want absolutely. Belief is all that is required, and it will just happen, easy peasy. And there is already a closed system in place, so there will be people listening to this video, listening to me saying what I'm going to say, saying, oh, well, it's because you believe that is what is happening. If you believed it was easy, then it would be easy. But here's the thing. If what this woman is talking about was true, that it was easy peasy, all she had to do was believe that she was going to get the car, and it did get the car, and it all happened like she said it would, then she would have no problem telling you how it actually came to her in materiality. Because the only way a car comes to you in materiality is somehow if you get the money, someone gifts you the car, or someone gives you the car straight out or gives you the money to get the car. That's it. There has to be a channel within materiality for you to get the thing that you are trying to create. And because she never explains how she actually gets the car easy peasy within materiality, that's how you know it's a lie. That is how you know that this is BS. She either got the money herself, somehow got the car herself, knew someone who gave her the car, married into wealth, already had intergenerational wealth, something like that. The car didn't just poof into her driveway. All these videos are here to do are to get engagement and likes. They are here to keep you within this sort of scam belief system, and then when things don't work out for you, you will be caught in a loop of blaming yourself for why they did not work out. But anyone who's manifested something in materiality will be willing to tell you what practical steps they took in materiality and what part was serendipity from the universe, because usually they go hand in hand. Sometimes things do just happen. I've had a couple of instances where that's occurred within the past month within my life. But when it comes to manifesting this house, yes, I did manifest it. Yes, it did kind of happen easy peasy. But there was a system in place. There were connections in place. There were people in place who I knew that made the manifestation of this house easier than it was for most. So please do not believe this stuff wholesale when you see it. This is just selling the concept of manifesting. And now all these people believe Bob Proctor has the secret. They believe that she has the secret. There is no secret. The secret is that they are just trying to get you to engage with them and buy their courses and everything else. If you hear a name like Bob Proctor, it's probably a scam.
We're omitting the fact that there's a deep level of deconditioning.
While I don't agree with everything that she says, and I don't like some of the terms that she's using, it's worth going ahead and giving her whole video a listen. Because while using affirmations or specific manifestation techniques is fine, in order to change your life, change your reality, what most people are going to need, at least for a while, is therapy, not a manifestation coach. In order to change your reality, what it necessitates is confronting a lot of times uncomfortable or outright painful truths about yourself. And that's extremely challenging for anyone to do. And unless your manifestation coach has some sort of a background as a therapist, or at least has the ability to sit with you when you are going through low vibes, which is really just hard emotions, challenging emotions, maybe you have to confront deep trauma and pain. If you've got some kind of high vibes only manifestation coach, they are going to victim blame you for that. But in reality, you feeling those feelings and working through them and feeling them is exactly what it takes to manifest successfully long term. So great big lie. Manifestation is easy. It is not. Manifestation is usually simple, but often the simplest things are the most challenging. And with time and work, yes, you can achieve more long-term bouts or just in general, effortless manifestation. Effortless manifestation does not come just through habit change or thought change, though that is part of it. Effortless manifestation comes from getting in touch with and acting from, creating from our authenticity. And that looks radically different from person to person. And I would say I would not call it a new identity. It is not a new identity. It's who you've always been. It's just that usually there are things in the way of you expressing that. And when we get into things like manifesting a new identity, what that tends to encourage is to manifest to escape reality, which might give you some short term results, but it tends to rebound because if you want to create a new identity, you're thinking that there's something wrong with the old one. You're thinking there's something wrong with the way that you are now. So I've got to become a new person, a better person, and it's just not true. When you attempt to fake it till you make it, usually the old identity will try to reassert itself and it will usually win because this is part of you. You can't kill it. Accept those parts and give them new roles. Effortless manifestation does not come from faking it. It comes from being who you are. And who you are isn't perfect. You're likely going to be messy, but guess what? Messy isn't wrong.